Every day, all day, there's someone somewhere helping somebody. We go through life thinking helping people is good. In a sense, it is. We think that when we do something good for someone, this will bring us blessings. But I've come to realize not when you're putting yourself in the middle of God's plans. Sometimes God have to teach us lessons. Sometimes he have to throw monkey wrenches in our patterns so we can get out of negative patterns. We learn something new every day. Every day we should try to learn something good. We try to be better every day. We should try to learn something new every day. And the new thing I've learned is when you get in the way of God's plans, you catch the karma that's coming with it. So many people would like to say they didn't get the help, I couldn't. The victim role is what I'm going to call it. In actuality, they did get the help. They did have all that coming to them that they took for granted. So many people get in a pattern of taking life for granted, thinking they can run over anybody, step on anybody's neck, push anybody in a corner, take what they want, do what they want, mistreat whoever they decide to mistreat, even down to the children. These same people that think they can do whatever they want to anyone feel like they can do whatever they want to children as well. And sometimes people want to have feelings for the children, and so they decide they're going to help. You helping was not a part of God's plan for this person who has been abusing everything God has been giving them. They had people in their lives that tried to help them do better, be better, clear up some time, help them get educated, help them with employment, child care, what have you. And they used people for their own freedom, selfishness, arrogance, free hearts, whatever their situation was. These will be the same people who said no one wanted to help them, that they did it all by themselves. But we have to understand sometimes our blessing is not in helping people out of their situations, but helping them learn not to get in them situations. When someone gives up on themselves, on their duties, their jobs, it is no one else's job to get involved. It is not our job to pick up their slack. It is not our job to get in the way of God's plans. If somebody give up their children and you have nothing to do with it, have exactly that to do with it. Nothing. If there is something you can do, you do it. Send a prayer. It's not that your prayers go unheard. It's that those people were not accepting to having people praying for them anyway. You pray they do better, they go right out there and misuse the first person they pass by. And then we'll have somebody come right back and try to save them out of that same situation. Honestly, at some point, you get dragged into it because God's told you enough times to stop trying to save everybody from their own situations. You pull them out the water, they jump right back in. You pull them out the water, they jump right back in. You pull them out the water, they know they can't swim, but you keep saving them. And so they're going to jump back in with weights on them while you're trying to pull them out. Sometimes we got to get out of God's way, even for ourselves. When it's God's way with someone else, you're playing with fire, thinking you can get in the way and save them. Sometimes we got to get out the way and let God do his thing. People going to get their karma. They're just due desserts, etc. When God says time for them to get what they deserve, whoever gets in the way will share the dish. Unless you was born with a cape on your back, sit down, be humble, and let God do what he do. Everybody have to learn. We're all going to learn at a different pace. But God has his way. And we will all learn nonetheless. I say that from experience. No matter what I thought I could hide, run, skip, hop, jump, leap, dive into, away from, hiding, I couldn't. And no one else will either. One thing Grandma told me, and she was always right, when God put his hands on you, you will know. When he wants you to do and know something, you will know. Have a blessed night. If we're going to save anybody, save the children. Somebody got to stand up for the children. Somebody have to speak up for the children. We all have to protect the children. Even children protect children. Sometimes they do outshine the adults, but we got to work hand in hand and help them. If we're going to save anybody, make sure we save the children and the futures for them. Good night.